but there is still a karmic layer that you haven't both overcome. Perhaps this is why they're really testing you. And when I talk to you guys about settling and the energy of settling, I always explain that what is meant for us when we talk about highest, most aligned timeline, it's not being brought to us on a silver platter. Highest, most aligned timeline is something that you have to work for through self challenge, through self-work, through inner work, through removing conditioning, limiting beliefs, through releasing your ego to the guidance of your eternal soul, right? So it's not just being brought to you. You have to make choices to get there. So it's not entirely true what they say, what's meant to be will be. This is only true as long as you surrender, as long as you trust in the divine, in your destiny. If you resist, right? So we, in process of reaching that highest timeline, we are being tested, not to punish us, not to play with us, but to see, are we already in a specific energetic frequency that will actually hold that timeline and not screw it up, everything, all the goodies that are there. So we're being tested, and through those tests, we're being prepared. And there's a constant question coming from the universe. Do you want it? Or do you want something that is like a little bit less, right? Do you want it, no matter how, no matter when? Do you really want it? And maybe you wanted that guy, right? And I feel like this is exactly that situation, because people who reach their highest, most aligned timeline are people who are so energetically fully connected to that timeline that no matter what they will put in front of you, you will say no to it, okay? So if you know true divine feminine, it is him or it is no one. And not because I'm going to be unhappy with anyone, I'm just going to be waiting here, miserable. I'm going to live a happy, fulfilling, amazing life of joy, of love, of adventure. And I don't need a romantical relationship in order to have that. So if it's not him, it's not anyone. They can put true divine feminine in inner union, anchored in her divinity. They can put Jason effing Momoa in front of you. You're going to be like, nope, that ain't my masculine. I'm good. I'm not interested, right? And there's no sense of losing something. There's no sense of, right? So you need to get there. You're not there yet. Perhaps that's your karmic layer. I'm hearing that it may be that in past lifetimes, we always have past lives that we live together that cause as well trauma and karma between us. We're not activated in those lives. It's something that I've covered in my masterclass that you can watch that on YouTube. I have a whole Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine masterclass. But we go for certain things that we have to clear out. We do things for each other because we're not yet ready, right? We don't yet conquer that game of life. So it may be that many times you've given up on each other because of that urgency, because of demands, because of wanting something that is a little bit more powder, a little bit more prettier. There's a reason it came to my mind, the bunker and the castle kind of example, right? It's burdening you. It's burdening you. Waiting for a masculine is not waiting again. How do I explain this to you so you feel into this energy? Even if you knew true divine feminine, right? My belief. And I'm specifically, my mission, I'm a goddess of love. I'm a reader for love. My mission here, amongst few other things, is to remind people true frequency of love, romantic love included. True divine feminine, even if you knew, right, that your masculine decided to be the first colony on Mars and he's gone, he's never going to return to Earth, okay? Or, unfortunately, he returned to spirit realm prematurely. He's still not interested in anyone else. It's this true divine feminine. We're so deeply connected to the meaning of our body as a sacred temple where the connection with the divine happens, right? Through it's sacred and it belongs to one man. one man. And again, you have free will. There's nothing wrong in deciding that you want to settle if that's your choice. This is why we do it so many times. Walking the path of Christ consciousness, walking the path of true divine feminine, it ain't easy. Many people slap that label on them. No, I'm divine feminine, right? And I've recently saw this, someone say, how do divine feminine date these days? They don't. If you want to date, you're not divine feminine. What are you talking about? We're so deeply in alignment and connection to source that we know that what's meant for us, it will just appear, knock on our door. We won't have to look at, we're magnetizing, right? We don't date, we don't settle, we don't seek, we don't bargain with the universe because I want a husband. We're on a mission here. We're on a mission. Because we don't want our masculine because he's going to give something to us. That child, that family, that marriage, that joy. Everything you need to alchemize within yourself. For as long as there's something that you need someone or something external to create that emotion, is because you're not yet in inner union. Once you're in inner union, fully connected to the universe and anchored in your human self, connected to Mama Gaia, there's nothing you want. I need nothing. I am everything. The desire for a masculine is the desire that comes from the soul, not because we want to get married and walk down the aisle with him or have a child with him. It may be part of your path and it's going to be very beautiful, but ultimately the desire that comes from the soul to be with him is to merge with the other half of you. Even if it will happen in that bunker and you're not going to have anything and you're going to have a very bizarre little mission and no one will know of it. It's for the two of you. We create sort of a separate bubble in time and space for ourselves. I hope you understand. I think there's a part of you that does, because this desire itself, it's like it's burdening you. I feel this tower. I feel you both going through this. These are your joint energies. There's some sort of a karma that you need to clear out. Maybe you did have past lives that you resigned on each other. You didn't wait. You know what I'm hearing? They're actually showing me a scenario from a past life. So see how it lands with you as I talk through it. You know how sometimes, especially in the older days, when, men would need to travel or venture, go to war, or, whatever. They were showing me a boat as well. It's like that was patience and trust. You didn't even you couldn't know where he was. How long is he going to be gone? He couldn't even communicate with you. No phones, no social media, no anything. And many feminines, we are in the same situation. We are in zero contact with our masculine, so you cannot still know where he's at. You have no idea. Is he seeing someone? Is he married? Did he move to another country? You have no idea, right? But back in the day, it was even, right? So maybe it did happen that you were separated and that you promised to wait and you didn't. By the time he returned, you were like married with children. You know what it's coming to my mind? Castaway. Oh my God, I was so angry at that movie, at that stupid woman that preferred to stay with Big. Are you effing kidding me? If you're this is it. People these days really don't understand the difference between I love you. You, no one else, you. I love you. Not for what you want to give me, not for the life that you want to offer. I love you in a bunker. I don't choose you. There's a huge difference between I love you and I want a family. Okay? There's a huge difference. And it always blows my mind because if you want to, You in a family, but you're with somebody that suddenly they cannot have children. What, you leave them? What kind of love is this? What the hell is this? Okay? So if my, it's exactly that situation, that movie. If my divine counterpart is somewhere lost, not to mention that I would be like physically and psychically looking for him all over the planet, right? Somewhere out there, maybe there is a desert island and I'm gonna find him, okay? But if you really love someone for him, not what he can give you, not what she can give you, this is what divine love teaches us. But for him, and then he disappears, it doesn't matter. Is it because he's dead, or he's on a desert island, or he's gone, or he's on a quest, or he, even because he chooses someone else? You love him, so why the hell would I be with another man? So now ask yourself a question. Do you love him, or do you want to have a family? Two different things. No shame in any. This is your life. This is your choice, right? And this is that thing with waiting. What does waiting mean for you? Are you waiting for him to come in to give you something that you want? This is why you're considering to receive that from another man? Or you love him for his unique frequency? Because true divine love, yes, we go through these thoughts. It's normal on this journey. But ultimately, as you reach your divinity, you anchor yourself in your divine feminine, there is no other man. It's not even an option. Oh my God, how do I explain this to you? It's like, imagine that you and your divine masculine, you are being teleported to a different planet when there's a completely different race of beings that are not even physically compatible, and you're not attracted to them because they like freaking Asgard, you know? And I mean Asgard in the sense of a Sasani, right? The little gray man. So it's not even an option. So he's somewhere out there, you're lost, you're separated, but if it's not him, it ain't gonna be anyone. Who would it be? Anyone else just repels you. Do you understand? There's your divine, there's a layer of man like, you know, Jason Momoa and Tom Hardy and Henry Cavill, like, yeah, in another life, but it ain't gonna happen. I'm not interested. And then there's everyone else that is just invisible. It's not tempting. It's not, no. So ask yourself a question. Do I love my divine masculine? Or do I want a family? Two different things. Two different things that people don't understand. And why is it so important for us? Because we are one soul. We are one frequency. So if you do not fully choose him unconditionally, no matter what, it means that there's a level and layer within you that is not choosing yourself, but is choosing conditioning. What you think that you should have in this physical body. Yeah, I know. I know that she's blinded. What do you want me to do? How clearer can we be here? I'm doing my job, you do yours. Go and give her a download. Show her something in a dream. Man. I'm hearing this song. It's a Polish song, so I'm not gonna... One more, hold on. All right. You got me all nervous. Such a beautiful gift. Such a beautiful gift. A fraction of percent of souls incarnating in this human world are given that gift. Yeah, we choose it as souls, and we know it's a challenge, but it's such a gift to feel that love. To feel that love that we feel for each other. We're constantly in each other's presence. We feel into each other's energy. We're connected telepathically through red threads We feel the pain that the other feels. We feel the joy that the other feels. We're one in two bodies, and not just a story that we say to ourselves that this is what soulmates are. We actually are one frequency. When you are in union, it's like you're operating. It's funny. It's like looking at two people. Like, we have same style. We have same desires. We have same thoughts. We're moving through this world separately, but we're one. And to reject that, because I'm impatient and I want a family. I mean, again, I'm not judging here. I'm just trying to give you a perspective, because ultimately, if it's your choice, it's your choice. But there's a reason they're creating this tower moment within you. You're blinded. Whether you realize it or not and want to accept it or not, you're blinded by something that is conditioning of this world. Is. So what we're supposed to have, what we're supposed to achieve, what a family should look like. And I feel that your deepest, for this path, that's what I'm hearing, that your deepest karmic lesson with your masculine is about settling. You would have a past lives where you've given up on each other, and not because of something actually, important, but just because it's this excuse, because I want to be happy, because I deserve to be happy, because I don't want to wait no more. I want to experience things. In order to be a true twin flame on an activated divine journey, do you know how many lifetimes we had to live? Minimum 400. Depending on a pairing, it's going to be between 400 and 700 lifetimes, if not more for some. Do you think that you never had family and children? The only thing you never had through all those hundreds of lifetimes is a divine union in the physical with your counterpart. How about you try that? There's something about weighting the scales of, do I wait and I risk it? This is why it's unknown. Because if we knew when and the how, and that 100% it's going to happen, how difficult would it be? It wouldn't be a challenge. If you know that something is going to come, yeah, we have to trust. Deep down, we have to know it's going to come, right? But there's a part of us that has to accept that, it takes two to tango, right? So I make my choice, but then he's going to make his choices. So it's like the unknown. So you're starting to feel like, maybe I'll settle. And with these two, I was looking at them, and I was hearing again that there may be something, if it really resonates, consider tapping into past life, whether through a spiritual teacher who works with those things, or perhaps if you're already yourself are living on your path and you are a spiritual teacher. Some feminines, we can do that on our own. Try tapping into that lifetime. But I feel there was this life when he was the way on a quest as a conqueror, and you couldn't fully embody that independence with, so I'm never gonna be with a man. So is that it's another part of this conditioning of this world. Like, not being in a romantic relationship, it means that your life has no meaning. Usually people who are single actually have the capacity to give back so much more, because we're not constantly just focused on our own relationship and on our own children. We actually have the time, the energy, and the capacity to give back to this world. Normally, women who have children, their full focus, it's how it's supposed to be, is on that family. And if not full, majority. It's the reason it's coming to my mind. Okay. All right. What are we going to do with you? What are we going to do with you? I don't even know. I want to do energy of your masculine, although I don't feel like you deserve to know. You need to learn to sit down and be patient. Are we going to do it? Because I'm curious. Where he's at. We're just going to pull a few, and then we're going to do guidance for you. Okay? Guidance for you. What you need to focus on. Ultimately, if you watch me, you know that I say this to you guys as a mantra. There is no good and evil. There is no right and wrong. This is a game of life that we play. We take decisions. We take decisions. The question is, are you taking decisions from a place of your eternal soul that decided to play this game, or your mortal temporary ego that is lost in the conditioning of this world? That's the only question. So if you want to choose family and, settling, and you can. But you'll have to repeat that rodeo with your divine one more time. What's his energy? You attract what you are. It kind of ties into what we talk about, because it's universal law of attraction. You cannot alchemize something that you're not. So what we have, two divine counterparts, what we have, it's love in its purest form, right? A love that doesn't exist because of each other, but next to each other. I choose you, not because you're going to give me something, or you're going to make me feel a certain way, but I choose you. No matter what you choose, no matter who you choose, no matter where you are, no matter what you do, I choose you. That's my choice. I'm not even interested in what's yours. That's unconditional. It's the meaning of the word. So if you cannot be together just yet, it's because you have not alchemized that energy. The energy of union, of unconditional love, unconditional union. And it's the job of the feminine, my candle just went crazy for confirmation, as the creatrix, to alchemize and create the energy of that and everything that I was talking about. Maybe there are certain things that he wants as well, and he's thinking, why are they not coming in? Why is this card here? This is bizarre. This is the card from this tarot deck, and I'm doing a different deck. Sign. The world. Completion. I'm hearing this song, It's a Final Countdown. You know that song? It's a final countdown. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. Well, we are closing a very important cycle. I don't want to sound dramatic. That's a lie. I love sounding dramatic. Yeah. But I feel like this is what you're doing in this waiting room before the new year opens. The year of a fire horse opens. They will grant you your wish. They will grant you your wish. If you wish for a soulmate and a family, they will grant you your wish. Again, we have free will. The question is how you're going to close this cycle. She's pregnant on that card. Just saying. Are you the best person in the room? I know we're doing his energy, but I look at the divines as one. We're always embodying same things. Again, we're processing same wounds, and I've touched on this in my masterclass as well. Because we lead the way, by the time he's working on his mother wound, for example, you're going to be in the same time working on that wound as well. It's just that he's going to be on his first rodeo and you're going to be on your third and fourth or the last one, right? But we sort of it's again, it's like, imagine that wall and we don't see each other, but we move and we operate in the same way. We go through exactly same things. It's just that the scenario is different, the background is different, but the core element is same. So this is about worthiness. This is about really truly believing. So perhaps it's a question of worthiness as well. Do you really deserve everything that I've described? The love that we share. Do you really believe that it exists? Do you really believe that you deserve that? Perhaps that's the reason you're considering settling. You're afraid to walk away from a vision of life that you created in your mind and you attached yourself to it. But there's no true divine feminine without fully letting go. Universe knows better what is good for us and what will actually make us happy to the very core. Sometimes we don't even imagine how wonderful it can be, so we hold on to that settling sort of visions. Think about it. Act with integrity. Act with integrity, and that's paired with that justice that we remember we were talking about, number 68, about karma from past lives that you still need to clear out. Integrity is doing the right thing even though no one is watching. There's a reason I was hearing loving someone is choosing this person regardless of what's happening. Do you understand? Maybe you should watch Castaway. How he was, trapped on that island and the thought of her made him go and made him fight to return to her, and then you return to a woman who's like already married with a kid. Oh my God, what kind of love story is that? I kid you not, I was so pissed I almost like wrecked my TV. Who does this to a viewer? Ugh. That ain't love. And then they made it like we're supposed to feel sorry for her. I hope he's going to find a true soulmate. That's what I hope for. And they can make a movie about it. Loving someone is, and this is what we embody on this journey as a divine feminine. Loving a man unconditionally is loving him despite the fact that he has abandoned me. Despite the fact that he does not choose me. Sometimes even despite the fact that he's with another woman. Because I don't love him because of, again, the things that he can give to me. I love him. Dot. End of sentence. There's no explanation. There's no additional thing. So that love doesn't depend on his choices. Because I love him, I am faithful to my own emotion. How could you, and it's something that, again, I don't want to be, like judgmental here, but once we are in this divine connection, the level of love we feel for our divine counterpart, it's uncanny, okay? Again, I don't like to make it sound like it's an exclusive club, but it's true. No one who has ever been through this will ever understand. It's a cosmic love. It's a different kind of thing. It's out of this world, right? The remembrance of past lifetimes and everything. You carry that in your heart. But you want family, you want marriage, right? So you settle with a soulmate. Again, no judgment. How can you call yourself a divine feminine and lay to bed with a man every day loving another man? What the hell are you talking about? What is this? I saw this integrity. It's lack of integrity towards yourself. It's like the conditioning of your ego and your ego's desire are winning with the true integrity of your soul. If I love this man, he chooses me, or he goes to Mars, or he returns to spirit realm, no and any other man will ever lay hand on me. Blah. No, because I'm faithful to myself, to my own love, to my own feeling. That is so basic. I don't get it why people don't understand that. 2 more. Probably you should put like a tough love kind of a warning for this. Yes.